So here we go. Now, weapons and then sticky hands. Let's just do a little bit of loosening up to begin with. And backwards, in and out. And twist. And now side to side. And forwards and back. And now circling around your core. And the other way. Now the dog shaking water off its back. And the standing version. And a windmill. Okay, well, let's get working on the weapons, and we have a demonstration coming up, so think about which routine you're going to do for the demo. Okay, I'm going to start teaching a little bit more of the thumb hook knives, and then I'll work round. So, take a look at what you've done so far. Okay, very good, very good. So definitely ready to learn the next bit. Just before we do, thanks. For the start, I suggest hold the knives this way. It looks good. So 145 degrees up, 145 degrees down here, that's it. And then just lift, jump into the salute. Right, so you just got to there, then, yeah, sorry, there, and there, yeah. Okay, now this. This is a classic kind of double weapons, double knives move in Kung Fu. So the lead hand slices straight up, then the rear hand. Yeah. And you make this kind of little posture here, one to the side of your head, one in front here. So they're both on the same vertical plane, yeah, there. And then we do it again, this kind of wheeling movement here. So you're there with the left foot in front. Just come forward to the left into a bar arrow stance, then step with the right, do the same again. So there, let's have a look. There's no need to spin the knives are out, not kept. Yeah. And
come down.
Yeah. And step forward. Yeah. Briska, can I take those for a moment, and then Selena can do it with me. So we're in a cat stance, all the weight on the right leg. There. Bring this back across your face. Swoop up on the center line to here, yeah. And then again up on the center line to here. Try that once more. And it's kind of like they're both on the same plane. That one a bit there, yeah. This one up. So, see, one is higher than the other,
Okay.
but they're both kind of in a line. Yeah. Yeah. And they're not too close together, one, then the other, one, then the other. One, then the other, one, then the other. One higher than the other. Okay, now watch again from there. 1, 2, wrap them round the head. 3, to cut across, like you've done before. 1, 2, there we go. That's the right, that's the left. Yeah. So this posture here, we want to get it looking good. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, yeah. And then after you've done 1, 2, 3, that one, you step back and do the same move again to the other side. Yeah. Yeah. 1, 2. Make clearly first one with the right, second one with the left. A little bit more spaced out, yeah. I'll take that for a moment. There. There, yeah. Finish the first cut before you start the second cut. Yeah. Round 1, 2, that way. And Then from there, down to there again. Yeah. Do that again there. To there. Like you've done before, not too far apart between the, not too much distance between the points. Yeah. Okay, so is that enough to remember for now, or do you want to do a bit more?
A bit more?
Yeah. Okay. So, just straight around to there. Straight around to the double cut. Right foot forward. Left foot forward. Repeat the whole thing to the opposite side. Get back to there. Oh, that'll do. That'll do for now. Yeah. No, just keep the same foot in front there. You can either do a little jump or do a stamp. Yeah. Then jump to there. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Have a little try on that. Okay, I think then practice on that for now. Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's have a think. We've got to try to get the moves correct, not shorten them or miss anything out. So make sure you get your foot down before you make the moves. Yeah. Stabilize, then move, especially with a very heavy weapon like this, because you need to use the leverage from the floor to get the energy into the weapon. Okay, to manipulate the weapon efficiently, there we go. You got to use legs, hips, waist. You need a lot of strength from the core so that you're throwing the energy out from the center, from the core. Let's have a go. Yeah. There. There. Now twist from the core. Here, make sure you complete the movement. 1, 2. 1, 2. Moving from the core. Try to project strength out from the core. When you get to the end, complete it here. Do that again. From there, down, turn, use the waist to generate the strength. You're going to be tired by then, so don't rely on the arms and shoulders. Get it from the waist. Use the legs, hips, waist to generate the movement, generate the power, and then the arms, they're just kind of directing the movement of the weapon. Yeah. It really is coming from center, and the arms are just guiding the weapon, and you try to keep the momentum going so that you're not having to constantly accelerate them and move them. They kind of got their momentum, and you're just keeping it flowing. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Archie, let's have a look at your Tantao. we're going to pause there. Pause there. You got to try to bring it to life. Yeah. At the moment, it's looking a bit too kind of methodical. Yeah. There. Here's how it's looking at the moment. Your moves are right, but they're not really coming to life. Yeah. Let's take a look at another way. Can you see the difference?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely yes.
Okay. So now you know what you've got to do. Yeah. Life, character. Yeah. Try to put character into the movements. Yeah. Make them look exciting. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to let you practice that for a bit and then come back and have another look. Yeah. All right. Okay. So first of all, have you got any questions on this one?
I'm not sure how to ask it. Sometimes I feel like I'm not. Well, how important is it to finish with this hand on the hip in this routine? I'm asking because I'm kind of feeling like I have to really reach out to get that kind of slice up, and my hand still ends up. Like naturally, I'm kind of slicing up.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
my hand ends up behind
Could
my
you
hip.
just put that move in the context that you're doing there? Do the one before and the one after.
Yeah, so it's coming from this pose.
Yeah.
And then I'm coming up and slicing here,
Good,
same
yeah,
kind of idea. It always,
yeah.
I'm having this tendency of coming back, and then here as well.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just
That
take
one,
the weapon for a moment. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So you've got to pull back. to get the slicing action. Yeah. So that's that really.
Okay.
Um,
So it's okay that the hand's back there, because that's what it feels like. It feels
yeah. There. There. Yeah. Yeah, for this you've got to do it because of the slice through. And it's not a weapon that requires a hit where you kind of brace in. That's the difference. If it was a staff, you'd be bracing to the waist to get a hit.
Okay, that makes sense.
Here, you're going to be slicing through. It's a cutting, slicing blade. So the movement is different. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, that's answered that one. So now I want you to think about character
Yeah.
in the moves. How can you get more character in? Have a look. So we want to find a way of trying to get some character into that move. I've got to have a bit of a think about it. Yeah, that's probably a bit better. Now, here, that's quite an easy one, yeah. Up, looking forward.
So it's okay to go up that high. I was kind of stopping it at waist, but
That's okay, yeah.
because it looks good.
Trying to extend the body in. Yeah. Full concentration on the end. Yeah. Kind of feel the posture, get into the posture. I'm just checking that. Yeah, you've got to find a bit of character. Okay.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, practice a little bit. Yeah.
Trying to think if I have the step right going into the jumps. So just after.
Well, so I'll take a look.
So from this spot, there's an up, and then
Yeah.
it's a here, and we're jumping. But in order to do that, I think I have to step in, but it's not a, I don't hold this. I'm pretty sure the momentum, and it can be 1 to 3 jumps there, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, you can either do 1 jump or 3 jumps. Okay, so there we go.
So that was the thing I didn't think you stepped from here. For some reason and I could be remembering it wrong, I didn't think there was a step. But if there is, obviously I don't need to step again. But I've gone back and forth on it, that's why I'm a little confused. Because I think I used to do it with the step and then it was wrong. And then I had to change it, or it's the other way.
The step does seem to be winning, doesn't it? Yeah, we take a step and let's.
But then you don't need the momentum for the jump.
Hang on. At the start, we're doing that on the left and that on the right. There. Yeah. that does work better. Here we go again, one more. Cross, up, then step, and we get a good cut, a good slicing movement there. And then we're set up for another one there. Yeah, let's do it that way.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else?
Not that I can
Nope.
think of. I'm sure there's other things I could work on. But
That's good for now. Yeah.
Oh, actually, at the end, when I'm doing this kind of movement,
Yeah.
and then I come, and then it comes back into this.
Yeah.
Um, Never felt 100%.
Sorry, just do it from just before you do those sweeping moves.
Yeah, so I would have just done this,
Yeah.
and then I step up into a slice.
Yeah.
And I believe it's 2. And then this, it
Yeah.
was just like set it down
Yeah.
into that.
Okay. Should definitely be blade facing forward there.
Okay.
Always like the straight line through the arm, through the blade.
Okay.
Now.
So that's how
we've
you
done-
want to start as well then.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely, yeah. There. And this is kind of like a defense. So there, defend and back. This is pretty much a horse riding stance here. There. 1, 2, 1, 2. So there. Do that a bit slower. There. 1. Sweeping out, something out of the way. And now sweep back. Sweep something out of the way, sweep back. Step across to the bow arrow. Bring it down. Can we make that a bit more interesting? 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, if you can get a nice kind of spin around there, then down. Now we want to kick it out. Salute. And bow to finish. So these want to get energy in there. Yeah? Move the body, yeah, moving the waist. 2. Yeah. Step first, then spin. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks a lot better when you step first. I noticed
Yeah.
that the first time you did it, I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
That was sharp.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I saw a lot that I can do.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay. Any questions at the moment?
Yes. Small one is to be more specific. So, oh, how can I do it? Here. Then go to the side. From here, do we want to cut down, turn, then cut again, turn? And is that the same when we do here? There we have both blades on the same side, so do we want to like start this way, then
Start from there. Which suggests to do it that way. So there we are.
okay, and then you just cross them again here. Okay. Okay. So just no.
Right.
Okay. Here, there, turn. Here.
Yes.
Oops, sorry. Okay.
Yes.
So basically it's not a cut, it's just putting your hands all together and...
Yes. This looks a bit odd because you've got all your arteries exposed.
Yeah.
From there, just drop one over the other and spin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Right. So we've been down that side and we've got to there. Yeah. Now we're going to spin, step to face the front, slice down and then up. Spin the knives, step across, turn your back foot, slice low, and then slice down here. And then step forward, and again slice low and across. I want you to watch one time from there to there. 1, 2.
Then this one is coming up.
Yeah. So the first one, no, do the first cut.
Oh,
The first one, slicing the abdomen, yeah, there.
okay.
And then the second one coming in here. I do that again. The first one here. There. Reach out more. Come there.
Here.
Yeah. So you reach out a bit more, reach out a bit more, yeah. And use the weight of the end. It's heavy at the end, it's heavy at this end.
This one is not as bad.
Not as much as that one.
Yes.
So that's the proper shape. Well, okay, let me demonstrate this one.
Yeah, with this one it's
Your weight is concentrated down the end, so use it, yeah. Chop, yeah. Use the wrist action, chop that way. But you've got to slice through, yeah. Chop, chop. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, yeah. Okay. Right. Have another practice.
okay. Let's see Selena's movement.
Are you kidding me?
Mhm. Mhm.
Actually, take a little break and show me, when you're ready, show me from the beginning.
Yes.
With a bit more life in it. Yeah.
Okay, now.
Yeah. Have you got room there? I think maybe move in this way a little bit, yeah. Yeah. Okay, okay. I think it actually got better as it went on there. I'll take the weapon for a moment, yeah. So, use of the wrist, or using the wrist. The wrist is making this movement, yeah. Now, you're going to, well, really for the whole routine, you're generating a lot of your strength from your legs, hips, waist, yeah. And your arms are kind of guiding the weapon, they're guiding it, yeah. So the momentum is coming from the lower body and the core, but then the fine-tuning, the guidance is coming from the arms. Now, the wrist gets it to do that. Yeah. If you don't use wrist, it's more like this. Yeah, it's just coming from shoulder, but if you use the wrist, it kind of flicks out, and then remember you've got to pull it through the cut. Got to come through a cut, not there, slicing. So from the beginning, yeah, let it move around the wrist, especially here. Yeah, you got to get that. 1, 2, 3. So there. Yeah. Keep all the joints loose. Yeah. And then just make easy, relaxed movements. Okay, there you go. Well done. Guys, I think relax now. Put the weapons down for a bit. We're going to start focusing in a little bit more on the sticky hands. Yeah. Now, first thing, structure. Kung Fu probably emphasizes structure more than any other martial art. Yeah. Getting the right stance, yeah. Hip positioning, back. Then you've got to take advantage of your structure when you do your sticky hands. Elbow, inward positioning of the elbow. Yeah. Gives you structurally the strongest angle, strongest position. So you block with the elbow in. Now we're going to practice a little bit of sticky hands, trying to capitalize on these kind of structural elements. Yeah. I want everybody to do a little bit with me first. Buddha-san, you have the first go. So here we go. Yeah, you got the elbows in and strong structure. Yeah. Now, when that elbow is tucked, it's very difficult to get past it. Yeah. Carry on. Yeah, that's the example there. Difficult to kind of talk and do it at the same time. Sorry, that's all good. Okay, who's going to do next? Thanks. There we go. Now, tilt your elbows in. Yeah. Elbow. Good. Okay, good. And the next one. Okay, good. Frederick. Archie. Elbows in. Keep your elbows in. Okay, good. Right. Good son, you have a go, Prisca. And relax. Relax, okay. So a few things to think about. When we do the block, yeah. So when you move and I defend, the tighter the elbow, the more the elbow's turned in, the less strength I've got to use. Yeah. The more I can, tuck the elbow, the less I'm using physical strength. It's just kind of relying on a body mechanic. If we do get hit, then okay, you throw a strike. Yeah, if I get hit, I want to be recovering straight away. Yeah. You take one hit, okay, you take one hit, but you don't let it phase you. You straight away you get back onto your defense. And then when we hit, okay, at the least we want to know what are we throwing each time. Yeah. If we're going to do this one, yeah, maybe we can throw a backhammer fist. You can just kind of throw a distraction to come in with another one. But try to throw techniques that would make a difference, yeah. You can, in sticky hands, get into this kind of like, that's quite a lot different from like that. Yeah. If your body's kind of loaded up and you've got the explosive power, yeah, but not too much of this, yeah. Okay. Well, let's have Akshi with Selena quickly now. first thing, if you don't get to hit your partner many times, well, shows you got it. There's a good defense, yeah. Shows they got a good defense. So actually, when you get very good at this, a lot of the time, there's not many blows landing. Yeah. That's why when they do land, you gotta make sure they count. But now, you kind of come round to hit my head. Not sure how you're doing it, but okay. Let's say we go like that, yeah. Now, if my block is mechanically weak, so you do it again. Yeah, then I'm like to get hit. Do that just once more. See, if I'm there and maybe it just powers through, yeah. Because I didn't have very good leverage. Now we do it again. You're not going to get through that. Yeah. So when you really twist the elbow in, yeah. Okay, we're on the inside now. You're going to come round and hook from the outside, yeah. Right there, and come round as if you're going to hit from the outside. No. You're there, and you're going to come round and come over the top and do that, yeah? Okay. Now do that. Now do it and land it, yeah? Okay. There you go. Okay. Now let's, yeah. There I am. You come around and I get hit because the elbow's out. Yeah. So now let's do it again. If the elbow stays in, you're not going to get through. Yeah. Particularly if I pull the hand back a little bit, you're not going to get through. So do it again. Yeah. So elbow positioning. Yeah. Then you don't get hit. Let's have Buddhist somewhere, Frederick. Just do that one again. You came inside and hit over through there. You did a, yeah, okay. Now let's just kind of work that one out. He's pushed your guard in. Yeah. Now he's made a space to come through, so he comes back. So let's think about how you could have countered that. One way is that from there you block out like that, yeah? That's one way to do it. So he's come in, and now when he goes, you roll him out there. So now let's try that. Come in and take him back out again, yeah? And again, in, you've got to be a bit quicker. In and out, okay? Now the only problem with that is that you've got to be very quick to get him out, yeah? So this time, we'll do a different variation. As Buddha-san pushes your arm in, twist your elbow in, yeah? So he pushes your hand across and you twist your elbow across. And do that again. As he, yeah. So, then he's not going to get through that. So that really is the best counter. And it's, all the best counters are really simple. You just flick your elbow in. That's what we practice all the time, flick your elbow. That's your first routine, Samchen. Flick the elbow in, it throws that arm out. He's coming across to remove your guard. You just do that. And it doesn't look very exciting because people watching don't really see anything. All they see is this slight movement and then a flick back. But that's the counter to that one. Yeah. Carry on a little bit more. Okay, so now we've got, he's coming just through the inside. There he is, he's got an opening, yeah. You've left an opening there, and he comes through for the punch into the solar plexus. Now, you show me how you should have countered that. Okay, and I'd probably favour that one. So as he throws the punch through to the, yeah, there. Now,
Could he even get a twist kind of in the waist?
that's what I was just going to suggest. You didn't, it looked a bit shaky, didn't it? But if you twist the waist, you got it. Yeah. So let's try it again with the waist twist. Right, okay. Now, has that left any opening over here? No. And if you're really lucky, you might get a technique in there. So that's looking pretty good. Now,
You could maybe come over the top with the elbow as well,
yeah,
because he's so much taller.
you could roll the elbow over the top. I don't know that you'd get that in, but I think if you roll the elbow over to there, press his arm down and then do a back fist, you'd probably get that in. Can you just move out of the way a moment? Yeah, the right foot forward. Now you do the same thing.
So I was there and I rolled under.
Yeah, okay, yeah. There, that's it. That's blocked it. Really, if you think of the Sip G, so there, yeah, that's you on that side. Waist turn, come across, yeah, that's basically it. So these moves are there in the basic routines, yeah. If it's important, it comes fairly early on in the training, yeah. Okay, you two relax. Yeah, okay, right, Priska, you go, Selena. Okay, so let's do that again. How did you get that palm strike in? Okay, let's do that. Yeah, so you did that and then you came over the top. Yeah. So if you actually stick like you're doing now, then Priska won't get it yet. There, and she won't get it. So do the punch again. Yeah, that's it. Okay, carry on. Okay, so let's look at that one. Was that from the outside or the inside?
Yes, she turned around, and when she turned around my wrist, I just
Yeah,
came
okay.
in. Okay.
So you've gone to switch sides that way, and Priska's done that. Now as you switch tilt in, yeah, like that. Try that. And a bit quicker. Yeah, and now punch straight over the top. Yeah, do it once more and punch over the top. Hold on a second. You're there, you roll under, and you've got to be fast there, but then you can do a fairly straight movement, sliding along there probably. Yeah. Or, yeah, that hook and hit that way. Or hang on, slap the palm straight that way. Okay, go on a little bit more. You're gonna have to be a bit quicker. And relax. Okay. Selena, take a rest. Friska, you carry on with Akshi. Okay, so there's a lot of getting tied up with elbows sticking out. Probably better to keep the elbows tucked. Yeah. A little bit more. Keep the elbows tucked, yeah. Unless there's a good reason to bring the elbow out. Yeah, keep the elbow tucked. That's it, yeah. So there, you got hit because your elbow poked out, yeah?
Mm.
Right,
Yeah.
there you go. Now, if there's a good reason to bring your elbow out, okay, but otherwise, don't do it, yeah, because it's leaving you vulnerable. Keep going. Okay, so if someone gets hold of your wrist, yeah, all you got to do is circle to get out of it, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you just circle to get out of it. But on the other hand, it's not always a good idea to get hold of somebody's wrist, yeah, because when you're holding my wrist, I know that you're not going to do anything with that hand, yeah.
Yes.
So you've reduced yourself to one hand, and I don't have to concentrate too much here. If you are like that, I've got to concentrate on both hands, yeah.
Is it possible to use that kind of against the opponent, kind of like in a circling way, where you can come over
Grab Buddha-san's wrist.
if they're grabbing? Because she's too busy grabbing and all I have to do is...
Well, it means you don't have to worry too much about what that hand's doing, yeah. So you're just concentrating on this one.
That's kind of what I was wondering, if they're grabbing.
So,
You use it against them.
yeah,
Because they can't defend
that hand isn't going to do anything useful.
Mhm.
It's just taking itself out of action. It's holding on, so you just concentrate on the other one. Yeah.
Okay.
You just got to be careful. I don't let go of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay, guys. I think that's good for now. Yeah. Well done. Thanks a lot to the people that have been watching. We're going to develop this over the next few months, and hope that you'll see it improve. You'll see the standards improve. You'll see everybody rise up a level. But for now, we're going to go and take a little rest.
Hi everyone, thank you for supporting us, thank you for watching us. It was a really nice session today. I hope you enjoyed it. We are in Thailand, in the north, in Pai, really nice village, really amazing place. And we are in Namyang Kung Fu retreat. And that's a retreat, and we do Kung Fu every day. So if you want to try Kung Fu for just one lesson, maybe more, 1 day, 3 days, stay with us, sleep with us, and then eat with us, you can. It's a retreat, so we live here. Check this website, kungfuretreat.com. Send a mail, even WhatsApp, you can contact Michael online. We're always gonna give you a response. So just try it. You will see it's awesome. See you soon.